What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, ladies and gentlemen, boy oh boy, Season 1 is an absolute banger for XDefiant. Of course, I appreciate each and every one of you guys who took a little time out of your day to tune into my stream the other day, checking out Season 1. Everybody that hopped into the chat and said hello or squatted up with us, it means the world to me. I really appreciate it. And of course, if you guys want to check out my live stream today, we will be further testing out Season 1 and trying out all the content a bit more into detail. So by all means, if you guys want to hang out with me a bit longer, I'll be here today over on Twitch between 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You guys can find a link to that channel down below. But guys, seriously, we dove deep into Season 1, and I gotta be honest, I am extremely impressed. Of course, there are some negatives to go ahead and discuss within Season 1. It's not all, sunflowers, rainbows, no, forget all that noise. Obviously, there are issues within Season 1 that must be addressed, and some of the changes that they made kinda seem pointless at the end of the day. But realistically, I gotta be honest, down to the core of this game, I am extremely satisfied and very happy with what we got in store here. So ladies and gentlemen, I think I want to go ahead and start off with the new faction here because I know a lot of people were stressed out on if this was going to be overpowered and break the overall flow of the game, and I'm happy to report, no, they're actually surprisingly balanced. Again, a lot of people thought the helmet was going to cause a unnatural flow to the gameplay, but it realistically doesn't. I'll be real, every single time I go up against really good players, they absolutely melt me regardless if I have the helmet on or not. And when I go up against other people using this new faction, 9 times out of 10, I don't even notice, any benefit. When I'm in a gunfight, I'm not thinking, oh no, I have to go ahead and shoot this guy's helmet off or anything. It doesn't really, I don't think twice about it. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of gun them out and move along with my day. So it's not too big of a change, but I guess it's still handy from time to time. And the biggest problem that I was a little worried about is the trophy system, being unlimited and not having a certain amount of projectiles that it could block. But honestly, it's not too shabby. It works pretty nicely. I have yet to verse a team stacking it, so I haven't versed 4, 5, or 6 of them being stacked out in a row. But so far, with maybe versing 2 to 3, not bad. And I'll be real, it's hard because I thought I was going to be choosing the trophy system more than the barbed wire, but the barbed wire is actually extremely useful in this freaking game. And it's not too bad either because you could take it out pretty easily. All you got to do is just punch it one time and it's out of the battleground. But I'll be real, it's fun, it's good, you get 3 of them, you can kind of stack them up, especially on the new game mode, Capture the Flag, which again, Capture the Flag plays extremely good in this game, I'll be honest. With all the abilities and team play, it's pretty solid. Some maps, it's rough, obviously on smaller maps, but, playing on bigger maps, or even a map like Clubhouse, for example, it is so freaking fun. So I'm happy about the new game mode, and I'm happy with the new faction as well. It adds a nice mix into the game, and again, I was a little worried that was going to be a bit overpowering, but it's not. It's a nice balance, and it adds in a more, defensive faction into the game to help out with capturing OBJs and defending OBJs. So I really appreciate it, and the grenade spam is hopefully going to be brought down a bit from this stuff. Obviously, they added in, the new mastery camos. Phenomenal. The sad part about this is that TDM is sweaty as ever. Guys, TDM used to be the camo grinding mode, and it still is. But now that we got new, freaking mastery camos, nobody's grinding out the worst guns anymore. The max camo is like 400 or 500 level now, so you have to grind. So when you go to TDM, you're going to see nothing but people using ACRs, AKs, MP7s, P90s, the usual really good weapons to try to rank them up a bit to get to the max camo. But overall, they look really good. They look clean, phenomenal. I like how they are, and honestly, I'm tempted to grind them myself. And, that's all I could ask for when it comes to that, and especially for other people as well who want a grind within the game. I think you guys are going to be, pretty satisfied. Then the map, obviously, Clubhouse, great flow, phenomenal flow. Again, from viewing it in video footage, I can already tell it has a pretty nice flow, but after playing it, by myself, it is really solid. I'm shocked that they were able to take a Rainbow Six Siege concept and transfer it over into XDefiant and bring elements as well. Little busted up boards. You can shoot through the ground sometimes. Some areas you can, go for, ankle angles or, head angles. It's a really cool, unique, creative with a lot of Rainbow Six Siege throwbacks like castle barriers and stuff of that sort, scattered around the map. It's nice. I really do enjoy it, and I think they did a great job with balancing out and trying to, give the vibes of the world of Rainbow Six Siege without interfering with the gameplay of XDefiant. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if anybody else ran into this, but apparently Rockefeller was added in a bit early. I'm going to have some gameplay for you guys later. Again, I don't know if it's going to get blocked off. I don't think it is because, again, this wasn't my fault. It's not like I got any leaked information. The developers literally accidentally put in Rockefeller early, so, a lot of people are able to play it. It's great. I mean, honestly, the map designs are so freaking good. These developers know how to design a really solid map. They know exactly what they're doing. The flows are phenomenal. The spawn traps are phenomenal. The way that you're able to, engage with enemies, flank, maneuver, all of the above, cover. God, they are nailing every aspect, especially with balancing out with other, ult abilities of these special characters, these factions. It's hard to do that because these abilities add in such a crazy gameplay flow, but every map just, oh God, seriously, these 2 new maps are bangers. I think they're going to be removing Rockefeller soon, but regardless, I can't wait for that map to officially come into the rotation, along with the racetrack map as well. Like, seriously, these devs are nailing the map design. And also, I forgot to mention this too for the factions, the new faction that got introduced, the Riot Shield. How do I forget the Blitz Riot Shield? But yeah, it's fun, and it doesn't seem too overpowered or too, obnoxious, because if you do work with your team, you can coordinate and flank it and be able to get a good play, but at the same time, while using it, you get a nice adrenaline rush, especially when you rock it on like an OBJ, and you just plant yourself up there, and you get a nice flash, and you can spray some people down. It's great, and also the pistol has unlimited ammo, so, you don't even have to bother reloading it, basically. It's a pretty funny ultimate, but it's fun at the same exact time. I don't mind it. I know a lot of people were salty about a Riot Shield being reintroduced again into the game, but I don't think it's that big of a problem, and you don't see it too frequently because you can only get it like once, maybe twice if you're really lucky, per game. Sadly, I wasn't able to go ahead and unlock the new weapons either. The sawed-off is going to take forever, guys. Level 80 in the battle pass for that one. That's going to be a hot minute. The assault rifle is the quickest at tier 20, but I think I got to like tier 10 after grinding for like maybe 3, close to 4 hours, using double XP tokens as well, so that didn't really turn out too well. But again, level 20 is for the AR. I'm going to try to unlock that today, so again, if you guys want to check that out, you can tune into my stream. I'll be grinding it out as much as possible. I got a link to that down below. But, they look cool. They look really enjoyable. But talking about the Battle Pass, let's actually discuss the content within it. It's solid this time around. The preseason Battle Pass wasn't really, fantastic. I'll be real. A lot of the skins were mediocre. But the skins in this Battle Pass are far superior. Of course, there are your select few of basic camos, which really annoy me. I gotta be honest. Every single time I see a plain camo, a plain skin like the color purple or blue or something like that, it drives me insane. And there's some reskins as well within the Battle Pass of skins that we already have within the game. But I will say, for it being so cheap and also for, it basically being free, all you got to do is complete the previous Battle Pass and you get all the XDefiant coins that you possibly need to get the next one for free. So, technically it's just free content. It's really solid stuff packed in here. There really is. There's some banging skins, some banging, the operator stuff. Seriously, I got to give them props for this. The art team is definitely stepping up their game. I don't know why development teams do this or publishers do this. If anybody knows more details behind the scenes, I would love to know. But why do they always start off with the the more worse looking skins and then slowly, gradually get the rest of the stuff out? I don't really get it. I get to maybe build up the hype, but why not just get the hype right out right away? But again, I don't know. Leave your opinions on why you think that is down in the comment section. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said earlier, it's not all sunflowers and rainbows. We're going in the right direction with this update. Season 1 is a great, perfect update with content. We got tons of stuff to grind now, tons of stuff to keep people occupied. But again, there's still issues to be addressed. I mean, first and foremost, I don't think there was any info on the netcode and hit reg. I don't know if they're trying to build up for a nice big patch for that, but, no word on that just yet. So again, hopefully that gets addressed a bit more in the future because it is still currently a problem. And also when it comes to the nerfs to a lot of the factions, I gotta be honest, I don't feel like it really resolved too much. Again, like I said, the Phantoms, whatever. I still think the mag barrier isn't really the reason people pick Phantoms. A lot of the sweats pick them because they have more health. I still think that they should have reduced health to 100 and then be given, like, a passive ability of flakjack, or bombs or whatever, so you can be protected from grenades and, all that stuff flying at you. Even if you want to give it, like, tack mask as well, so stuns can't hit you. Basically, just lethals or whatever's in the lethal category can't do as much damage. I would enjoy that change personally, but again, like I said, maybe some further testing will prove that this is a pretty decent change here. And, Echelon got a little bit of a nerf. I don't know. I have to test out further with this one. I really do. This isn't something that I could just quickly play in one day and then kind of come to a conclusion on. So Echelon will test a bit further. And then, of course, the spider bots. It was a decent nerf. Making it extremely long to get the spider bot is really nice because you don't see it as frequently. I'll admit, the spider bot usage is definitely a bit, less, but it's not any better. It's still very, very, very obnoxious to go up against. And now it's even bugged out to the point where you can't shoot it off your face, and you need teammates to shoot it off your face now. Again, I always felt like that was an intentional bug, and I'm hoping that behind the scenes the developers removed that bug because they have plans on adding in a legitimate feature that will help, the player just, like I said, catch it and strip it off. I still think that for the spider bot, it should be a default command that if it jumps at you or jumps on your face, you just hit the command, and if you time it out perfectly, you grab it and crush it. I still think that's just the way to go. I simply can't think of any other way of handling this. You can make it a minute for how long it takes to recharge the spider bot. It still stays irrelevant. It's just a very obnoxious, tool to use against your opponents, and it's not much of a counter besides, catching it when, it's coming at you. But if anybody knows how to use a spider bot, they know to double up on their bodies. Use it when you're around teammates. Use it and push along with it. You have to make the enemy choose between you or the spider bot. If they only have to choose between the spider bot and nothing else, obviously you're going to take it down easy. But versus a good player who knows how to use it, it is a nightmare. It's the worst thing in the world, especially when you got 2, 3, 4, 5 of them stacking up. And the same thing goes for all the other abilities as well. I still think factions should have a cap of 1 to 2 per team. I know everybody says this is a bad idea and it's going to make the game less casual, but I don't know. That's just how I feel about the overall topic. If you guys want to see my opinion about that, I've made videos about this before, so I'm not going to go into detail, but personally, I think it should be capped to 1 to 2 per team, and it would help out tremendously. But overall, the Nightbot change, didn't really, I don't think it did what the community wanted it to do. So yeah, there are some things that have to be still addressed, 1010%. But like I said, is this the right direction for XDefiant? Yes, it is. They're not going backwards whatsoever. They're only pushing forwards, With any other game, they put out an update, and I know every single time I say any other game, people say COD. No, I'm talking about every game out there. Every FPS game I play, down from Rainbow Six Siege to Battlefield to any game. They put out an update, it busts it. Like no tomorrow. Yeah, we had a few issues with XDefiant. Yeah, the servers were a bit rough for a little bit, and Xbox also ran into some issues. But XDefiant itself, the game, yeah, obviously the netcode and hitreg are still gunked up, but could you get in and play it? Yeah, you could. And there was a lot of people trying to hop into the experience as well. It was popular. So, honestly, like I said, I personally believe that they are going in the right direction here. They're not stepping back. They're not falling back whatsoever. They're only improving. And I hope that within the next upcoming updates in the middle of Season 1, we will really start seeing some more, updates towards netcode, hitreg, and all the really big issues. I think with Season 1, they were just hyper-focusing on trying to get all of this content within the game because there's a lot, Like I said, we were literally in the preseason. There wasn't much to grind for. Now we got tons of different camos. They completely changed the XP system for progression when it comes to your weapons. We got a brand new battle pass with 90 tiers. We got tons of different skins. Their whole store, design changed up. So their styles and, the camos and stuff look way better. They're basically doing everything to get this game in an official spot. We're in Season 1. No longer preseason. We are officially launching. We're good to go. We're sailing for the rest of this year, right? So I feel like that's what they were hyper-focusing for the beginning and getting people obviously into the servers because there was going to be a lot of people trying to cram in. And hopefully within the next upcoming update, we'll see a lot more finer details and also a lot better tuning for the factions as well. But ladies and gentlemen, as always, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a like. If you hate it, leave a dislike. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. I post daily here at 8 in the morning Eastern Time. Like I said earlier, if you guys want to catch my live stream today, I'll be live today on Twitch at around 12 to 1 p.m. Eastern Time. There's a link to that channel down in the description of this video. But as always, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you all next one. Peace out.